Welcome everyone to Spilling the Tea with Estee and Marlene, where we serve the hottest tea. Join me and my baby stripper voice.
And me welcoming you all to eavesdrop onto our uncensored opinions. This platform is used to inform, laugh, and potentially inspire others to speak out about things we may all be thinking about but are too afraid to say out loud.
And don't forget, babes, if the shoe fits, wear it. Sorry. Welcome back, guys, to Spilling the Tea with Estee and Marlene, our 1 year anniversary of starting our podcast.
It has been a fucking roller coaster.
Yes, and
Ay, Dios mío.
before, if you're watching this on YouTube, you should watch it because we're about to get messy.
Ay, Dios mío. I think we started off with a shot on our first episode.
So the reason why we know it's our first episode.
Don't fill it.
Stop it.
Don't fill it.
The reason why we know this is our first episode is because we recorded last year, Cinco de Mayo. And it's about to be Cinco de Mayo.
And guess who's having a little gathering when she said that she wasn't going to have any more gatherings? This. Why the face?
No face.
Okay. Like, why the face? I'm going to need a little sponsorship from Don Julio because we drink him pretty often. And a little day chaser.
Yeah. Sorry. Watch us on YouTube because we're just serving drinks.
Yeah, we're just serving drinks. Sorry, guys. We're a little quiet.
All right. So, cheers to 1 year.
Cheers to... Don't die on me!
My lip lumper. Oh, this episode started out great.
Okay.
Cheers to 1 year of being business partners and podcast partners and friends.
And the podcast didn't make us like frenemies, like a lot of...
No.
That happens a lot with like reality stars.
Yeah. Look at Call Her Daddy.
Aye, let's not talk about that.
Okay. Cheers.
Cheers. Woo.
Oh.
If you're watching us on YouTube,
we're about to act up.
You felt that shot for us.
Even brought tears to my eyes. Well, so I have something planned.
Ay, Dios.
Because have you ever heard the saying of, you gotta give people their flowers while they're alive? So let's pretend this is your funeral. Oh my, you're wearing the same shirt.
No. That's a button down. That's a button down.
So this is Marlene's funeral because we gotta give her flowers while she's alive. So just like lay down a little bit.
If you're watching us on YouTube, I'm laying.
Welcome to Marlene's funeral where we give her flowers. And I try not to die. So I want to say thank you for helping me revive this podcast. Because without you, it would not have happened. It would have stayed dead. Just like this funeral. And I couldn't have thought of anybody else better to embark on this journey with. Because we really balance each other out.
We do!
She's back.
I just popped up like that. Oh, thank you. That was so sentimental.
Did you watch Married to Medicine? When they were like, we're here at Quad's funeral, and she was like, and she's back.
That was me. I'm like, I have. It has been a roller coaster.
Yes.
But I want to thank you for allowing me to join you on your platform.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's our platform.
Yeah, it's our teacups.
It's our teacups.
It's our Brenda.
It's our community.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's therapy for me. It's a rant. Mm-hmm. It's work.
It's a lot of work.
It's headaches. Mm-hmm. But I wouldn't want to do it with anybody else. Yay.
All right, podcast over. No, I'm just kidding.
No, like, senor, we have a lot of shit to talk about.
So what is... Okay, so for anybody who hasn't listened, I had started this podcast during COVID. And then I kind of like just fell out because I kind of like lost interest. But I feel like it was because I didn't know what I was doing. Still don't know what I'm doing. But so when we started podcasting again, it was like a big change for me, but it was like a huge change for you.
Yeah.
what would you say was like your favorite part or like your least favorite, and what were like some challenges?
Okay. So my favorite part is one, it's become an outlet and has become a creative outlet for me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it challenges me, period.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it challenges me. Tech tech is not my shit.
Yeah.
Tech is not my shit. But I really try, or I tell Esty to help me.
Yeah.
I think the best part is having a platform with you.
Yeah.
We have grown closer.
Yeah, we actually get to hang out, and we actually
Yeah.
like hang out outside of like
Like
right after.
right after this podcast, we were like, all right, so you want to order food and talk shit?
Yeah.
Um, it's that and like having a community. I love when our listeners reach out to me. If you know me personally, you text me or you send me a message on IG and you're like, oh my God, that was hilarious. Or, oh my God, like somebody had told me one time, like, because, we talk about sex very openly.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, like it just reminds me that like I'm missing out on some sexual pleasures in my
Yeah.
relationship.
We're very sex positive.
Yeah. So like it's a great way to have an outlet and have a positive thing with with community. It's building a community basically.
Yeah.
So I love it, and it has its challenges like the mic was the situation with the mics. What we'll talk about later.
The technology.
Yeah. The technology was, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like you did a really good growth because I feel like this was like not like you've always been very private.
I'm very private. I'm a very private
like,
person.
You're very like open with the people you know.
Yes. But not with the public.
But you're very private when it comes to like yourself.
Yeah.
So putting yourself out there was a huge thing. Which for me I had done many ways of putting myself out there. So to me it wasn't like that. It was just like restarting again. But doing it with someone was a lot easier because
it's a lot of work for one person.
It is, but also like just like talking to someone and like actually having conversations. Like imagine like talking to yourself and recording it. Like
I've been watching the YouTubers and I'm
yeah, and they do very well. But like
yeah.
I did like a couple solo episodes like back in the day, and I was just like, wow, I just had a conversation with myself like out loud.
I mean, I think that people should do that, but like
I mean, I do it all the time, but just like I don't post it online.
Yeah, like I don't post it online.
And because of you,
yeah,
we have the YouTube. Because before it was simply an audio podcast.
I was like, if
and
we're gonna
because
do
of
this,
you, like we upgraded to
platforms.
To video. That's what I was trying to say.
To video, yeah.
Because of you, we have a set outline.
Yes.
That I don't read, and I still don't read, but we have it.
I mean,
and we have a set.
Yeah, and we have a set. Before we didn't have a set. It was kind of like with the whim. I feel like we bounce a lot of ideas off of each other.
Yeah.
Which is really helpful, and we respect each other's ideas, and we don't, like it's not. We have like a mutual respect for each other.
Yeah, or like if we don't, totally see our ideas eye to eye, we'll just like remix the ideas. Like we'll
blend.
Yeah, like you'll tell me like, what if we do this? And it's like, oh, why don't we do this and make it this? And then you're like, I like that. And then we just do this too. And it's like, it becomes a bigger thing.
Yeah. I was like, oh, we got a little emotional there. Yeah. What you think is, I guess, like, what is the difference between, what do you appreciate about doing it by yourself? And then what you appreciate doing it with somebody else? The podcast, I mean.
What I appreciate doing by myself is also the same reason why I appreciate doing with someone else. Because I would just really go on rants. I would just like go from like talking to housewives to like talking about like my friends to talking about like Pokemon. Like I would just go like in like this weird tangent, and it was like, oh, like I'd like to just, my mind works in a very weird way. Like, I feel if anybody can just go into my brain,
it does.
It is like the weirdest maze ever. So I liked doing that, but then the also reason why I like do it is because you also like converse with me, but then you also like bring me back on track, which is what I was lacking when I was by myself. Because a lot of people were like, yeah, like you were talking about this and then you just went to like this, and it's like, that's how my brain works. I am so random. And anybody who's my friend
It's true.
would know that I would be texting about like, we need to go grab dinner, and then randomly be like, should I get lip filler?
Yes.
Within like 5 minutes.
Exactly.
But that's just the way my brain works. It's like a weird thing.
You have to have like one. That's why I'm like, it works because I'm very type A. And I'm like, all right, we need the outline. But then like,
what is type not A? Like type B? Type D?
Type B, type C.
I think I would be like a C, a B
You're
minus.
Yeah. Like, you don't like structure.
Yeah.
But you can follow an outline.
Yeah.
Like, so you'll get the outline done eventually.
So I feel like we work each other because you can be very type A of like, we need to stay in this outline. And I'm just like, let's talk about the pizza. Yeah. And then you're like, okay. And then we like flow each other into like, I make you less rigid. Yeah. And you make me more.
A little bit more in the box.
In the box.
In the lane.
In the lane. Yeah.
But yeah. It's been, what would you say are like one of our, first of all, I just want to commend us because I just noticed how many fucking episodes have we done in 1 year? Because right now, I think in season 3, we're like 20.
I think 20. And then
season 2.
So about like 35. 30 to 35, I want to say.
I just want to commend us because I did not see. I mean, I could see it, but then like I didn't coming into this podcast. Like I did not see the long-term commitment that we have just achieved.
Yeah. And since we're talking about our favorite and like least favorite part.
Yeah.
My favorite part is actually sitting down.
Yes.
And recording and talking.
Yes.
My least favorite part is everything else.
I like to I'm like, really think, all right, how can we draw people in?
But it's not even
polls.
It's not even it's just like the whole nobody people think we just come here, sit down, have 3 shots and talk shit.
No. I mean, yeah, we talk shit, but
it's like a lot of work. Like you have to like coordinate like schedules. You have to coordinate, you have to plan for that, but you have to come up with topics. You have to come out with
we gotta plan our
outfits. You have to edit. You have to like do social media. Like it's a lot.
It's a lot.
And I want to say like we're both self-taught. Like,
we are.
Like I am self-taught at editing.
I want to commend you. I want to give you your flowers.
Yes.
Here's a pot. Because editing, a person that's never edited video before, you're really good.
Yeah, I try.
You, at first, were not giving me a nose.
Okay, so I want to say that I started editing on this like prehistoric program.
Okay.
That honestly should just be banned from like editing, period. I don't know if anybody still uses Adobe Premiere Rush. Anybody who does it, please upgrade. Like, it's horrible.
I'm like, I do Adobe, but like for posts and like invitations, but not not video.
Adobe Premiere Rush, I think it was. Prehistoric, the worst fucking program to use to edit videos.
We were out here with no noses.
No, that wasn't that one.
Oh, okay.
That was just like, maybe because like we just had like the basic program that you just like edit videos and like make transitions, like no music, like it was like bad. So then I switched over to a different program, which is CapCut Pro.
Yeah.
Which I loved, but I would get carried away with the filters.
Yeah, and I would look like myself.
And there was this one video that I'm gonna insert this because
right here.
Because I sent it to Marlene for like an overview of the thing, and Marlene said, "Where is my nose?"
I was like, "Señor."
And I said,
I have a pretty nose. Like, where the fuck is my nose?
And I said, it's saved, it's edited, it's cut, it's color corrected, it's sound corrected. You will not have a nose. You will not have a nose this episode, but your nose will come back next episode, and that is what it's gonna have to be. So if you want to go back and look for,
so if you guys were looking at my nose, it's there. I was not butchered by Michael Jackson.
But I want to say that I also barely had a nose. My nose was just bigger, so it stood out a little bit more. But I actually told Giselle that we were talking about it, and I was like saying like how she said something about like Instagram, and like she was like, oh, like you guys have really stopped the videos and this and that. And I said, yeah, like blah blah. And I said, like it took me a while to like learn everything. And she was like, yeah, that video I saw. And I was like, why they look like that? And she was like, why does Marlene look like that in particular? And that her boyfriend was like, no, I think it's our Wi-Fi. And she was like, I don't think so, but okay. So he gave us the benefit of the doubt. But it really was me playing with the filters, getting carried away with like adding like color, this and that, adding filter on filter, that I took half our faces off.
I was like, Senor, where's my nose?
But the nose came back, and the nose is here to stay.
I would hope so. I have a pretty nose.
Yeah, but again, we're self-taught. We're
learning as we go.
I never took an editing class.
You never took an editing class.
Like, yeah, like all of this, like transitions, videos, like inserts. There's times that Marlene got carried away during the episode, and she's like, we're going to insert here. We're going to insert here. One time I counted, this bitch inserted like 6 times. And it's like, bitch, let's cap it to 4. Because when you insert here, I insert in the computer.
Sir.
But, we have gotten the hang. We have our faces.
In persons, we look way better, guys.
Yeah, I would like to think so, because I'm standing and that's my better angle.
That's my better angle.
But yeah, that was like a thing that we had to learn. We had to learn a lot of like tech equipment.
When you were like female and male USB. And I was like, the fuck is this?
First of all, I am... So compared to you...
No, you're a way advanced.
I am a tech expert.
Yeah, you're a tech.
Compare me to like a tech expert, I am like intermediate, like low. But I didn't know there was like
there was mad shit.
There was like male to female inserts. There was like male to female this. And like we had so many audio issues because like we didn't have the right adapter. So like one microphone was like overpowering the other one. We had a lot of Amazon returns. We had to go and break due to audio issues. Like it was a lot. Like I really contemplated quitting. And I think you did too.
Yeah.
But I think we were just like, you know what, like we're gonna get it together. But we had to like actually like get on like the same page. Like we will not upload another video or podcast until we get it together. Like until we get the right audio.
I mean, there's things out there that we still need to maybe rethink.
That you guys will never see.
Yeah, that we might delete. But it's trials and tribulations. Like we are like there's people that have podcasts and they have editors, they have producers, studio, lighting, all these things.
They literally just show up, talk this shit, and bounce.
But they pay for that.
Yeah.
And since we're self-taught and we're still up in the ground, we're still going through it. But I feel very.
But doing this gave me a whole new respect to influencers. Because
influencers,
because a lot of people say like, yeah, you take a picture with this
and that's it,
and it's like, no, like we had one little like what do you call it, like advertising that we did, like a charity thing for, it already passed, but it was like the Dobbs Ferry thing that went to like charity. But like we had to like include like certain things because we needed to like make it make sense, and we were happy to oblige by like all the requirements. But that was like because we were doing it like for charity. Can you imagine like actually a brand telling you like make sure you say date chaser like with a space? Like
it'd be like you need to say this in a specific way. Day
chaser cocktails.
Exactly. Maybe you can't wear things with logos.
Yeah, so it's like a lot that gave me a whole brand new respect to the influencers and the people that like keep it coming. Like there is like people that we
Trends.
follow that they just have been on influencer for 10 years straight. And we had a little hiccup with like some equipment and we wanted to quit.
Exactly. So I have a lot of respect for influencers. Like even with my own like Instagram, like I have so much fucking like shit that I could put together, which I have to get back on it.
I think we should all go on Marlene's page and comment more content.
Yeah.
I have taken
The content.
some of Marlene's bomb content that she hasn't posted, and she has like 3 different colors already, 3 different hair colors already.
I've been going through hair changes and like nobody knows it because.
Yeah.
But yeah. One thing I was gonna say is another thing we learned about was just trends, like when to post. Mm-hmm. When is an accurate time for us to post?
Yeah, and you would never think that posting at 4 a.m. is gonna give you the highest engagement rate.
Yeah. Which platforms are more engaging? Mm-hmm. I look at analytics.
Yes, that's you.
Yeah, I look at analytics and like looking at like all the trends and like how does this make sense and like how do we fit with audience. So it's a lot of like shit that like we have self-taught. I mean, I've watched a few like seminars and stuff like that, but there's nothing more rewarding when you're learning when you're on the floor.
Yeah. And one thing I do want to say is that I really appreciate all of our friends.
Yes.
That have supported us.
Even if we dragged you. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But all of our friends really supported us. They have like reposted, they have comments, they have given
referred us
constructive criticism.
Yes. When you guys came for me, when you guys couldn't hear me.
Yeah. All of that.
We heard it.
All of that is really appreciated. Like it really means a lot. But like we have had like a couple of like strangers like comment on like
oh my God,
YouTube,
I love it.
Or like our Instagram, and not saying that like our friends means less because it means the same, but like just like have a random stranger tell you like you guys are so funny.
Yeah.
Like it really means a lot because
that makes my day.
Because it's like you don't have to listen to me, and like you do, and I feel like when people say that, it's like the purpose of like I think our podcast is like we're just talking shit, being our regular selves, like
we're being us.
We're being unfiltered. And we're saying like what we would say like in the couch, and people like really relate to it.
We say whatever. What is it? You stand on business on what you said, what you said. Mm-hmm. But I say it nicer.
Yeah, which is our personalities.
And that's okay.
Yeah, which speaking of our personalities, we realized that why our personalities are like that.
Yes.
Because
our rising signs, which first off I want to say that was the episode that we received so much.
That and the sex
and astrology, I have learned that is our community.
Like y'all bitches love it.
Yeah. So astrology is our thing. Mm-hmm. Which we just did our chart. I've been done my chart, but
well, me too. Yeah. But I did people's charts.
Yeah. And we wanted to know, you figured out that you have a Capricorn rising.
Yes.
Which rising means how you come off to others. So that's why he said what he said. Because Capricorns are very like, this is who I am.
I'm standing on who I am. Yeah. My business. Mm-hmm.
And my rising is a Libra, which is very balanced. Mm-hmm. That's why I always want to look at both sides of the coin.
Yeah, which is so annoying. Because sometimes I'll come here.
Pero usted me puede respetar. Respéteme.
Sometimes I'll come here with a problem of like, this is what this guy said, or this would happen. And then she'll be like, why don't we look at it from his point of view? No. You're my friend.
You sound like my man.
And you should see it from my point of view because you don't fucking know him.
You sound like a Leo.
I am not a Leo. I am a Sagittarius that demands loyalty.
I am loyal.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, but that has been some of our like fun times, our hard times. Just like, enjoying the process.
I mean, I'm excited for what's to come.
Yeah, we're really trying to step it up, revamp, and just come back. We're gonna go on a much needed break because when I tell you, you guys have us tired trying to put this content out. Mm-hmm. It's a lot. But we're gonna go on break. We're gonna take like a little like summer. We might pop in here and there. We'll announce it if we have something to say. But we're gonna
watch out for reels, YouTube,
and we're gonna really focus on our YouTube.
Yeah,
because people really liked our New Year's like vlog.
I feel like that's the best part when we have so much content, video,
Yeah,
and we just put it all together. Like we have this content for Spain, I believe.
Yeah, that we haven't like put out there, but like some of like the best videos that I have watched are like the Mexico one. I first of all, Marlene knows I only listen or watch this podcast once when I edit.
Yes.
I make sure it goes from start to finish well. I never look at it again. And I never like watch it again.
I do.
I do not. I cannot stand the sound of my voice. But like the vlogs, like the Mexico one, I have watched so many times because it brings me so much happiness.
Yeah, like I love watching them and like just revisiting like those happy moments that we had. I mean, we have great moments in New York.
Yeah.
But you know, like when we're on vacation, I feel like we're really free.
Yeah. So like that's like one of the ones that like I rewatch over and over, like, but overall like I don't watch ourselves back to back.
Yeah. But that's something to come to watch out for.
Yeah, we're gonna try to like do more YouTube content. If you have any suggestions of like trends that we should do.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to call out these teacups.
Okay.
Because as a Libra rising, I'm always looking at both ends of the stick or the coin, and I'm always asking for suggestions.
Oh,
and bitches never come through. So I'm sorry, no, don't come with your suggestions.
Actually, yeah, she said what she said.
I said what I said. And
she didn't say it nicely.
Exactly, because I really be trying.
Yeah.
But when a bitch is exhausted of trying, that's it.
Oh, wait, another thing that we need to talk about.
I know, because I had to drag bitches.
Another thing we need to talk about of the heartaches of the podcast. We tried to do the anonymous.
No, that was a fail.
The anonymous thing because we wanted like.
Was it NGL app?
The NGL app because we thought maybe if you guys didn't want to say it to the DMs of like maybe talk
it's
about
fine.
this.
But no, just come with your DMs if you're gonna say
First
something.
of all, the things that you guys asked me in particular, you guys should be ashamed of yourselves. You need to go talk to your mother. Okay? Because people were asking me, like, how many times I get fucked a night.
Sorry, my man is doing the grocery shopping. That's a good man, Savannah.
That's a good man, Savannah. But people were looking at us like asking me questions like how big is your pussy? Like, no. Así no se puede.
They wanted to know what's up with you.
So we gave up on the NGL.
Yeah, no anonymous shit because if you guys
were out of control.
Out of control, and it was being used for things that it should have had not.
And if you want to ask me on a date, just fucking do it.
Yeah, like if one thing about this podcast, stand on fucking business.
Yeah.
If you want to ask him on a date.
And honestly, I might be bored and I might just go.
Exactly.
Okay.
Or if you have some type of feedback, give that shit to us. But no more fucking suggestions. Fuck out of here. Like, we've tried it. We were nice. And that's it. You know, I really tried. But when ya yo estoy harta.
Uh-huh.
So, no.
Dígale.
The Scorpio came out of me.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But yeah, so that has been a podcast journey of 1 year. We'll be here next May for year 2.
Yes. Is there something you want to maybe potentially explore or like to do with this podcast platform?
Obviously start at OnlyFans. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, actually, the other day you said something that I was like, oh, that's OnlyFans platform.
What?
You said that you could give a class on a
Oh,
blowjob. So I said that's OnlyFans content.
if your bitches need to know how to give the little sloppy, hit my DMs. I'll give you a good price.
I was like, that's OnlyFans content. So,
what do I want to do with this podcast going forward? Anything? I feel like I just want to stay true to who we are, and keep our opinions and our um, like our point of view. Like I feel like we have the point of view of like we're just like best friends and we just talk about like anything unfiltered and we should just keep that. I don't know. Haven't thought about anything that I want to add.
I would love to do this in person.
Wait, we're in person.
No, like in person with an audience.
Oh, like a tour. I was like, wait.
Tour. I would love to like future wise. I would love to carry this out onto like in person with an audience tour with engagement.
Yeah.
And I would love for this to be our full-time jobs.
Yeah. So help us get there.
Yeah.
So to round it all off.
Yes. Give me my flowers, bitch.
I love you.
I love you.
I had such a fun time doing this with you. We have such a great time even after. We have more of a great time after we record.
Yeah.
Because that's when we can really talk the real shit.
Stay tuned for more YouTube. Or Reels. Or Story.
And this has been such a blast. Thank you for helping me bring this back. Because again, like I said, without you, this would have been dead on the water. We wouldn't have been spilling.
I want you to be more unfiltered.
Joe?
Yeah.
What else do you want?
No, I want you to be more unfiltered. I love seeing your stories on IG.
I was like,
I love to see your stories. That's one thing I need to challenge myself on.
I was like, wait,
showing my actual personality.
I was like, how much more unfiltered can I get? I literally said you cannot have more than 3 baby daddies. Like, said it with my chest. How much unfiltered can we get?
No, that's enough.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that's one challenge I want to do. I want to show my personality more to my audience.
Yeah, which she has a great personality. We wouldn't have been friends if she wasn't funny. Like, and this is why I think when you said we should do a podcast as like friends, I was like, this bitch makes me laugh so much.
I'd be like, not the bitch that like put on La India at work.
Like, she makes me laugh so much. Like,
I'm like, I am very private. I like to show my personality when I want to.
Yeah, which I think starting off you kind of like, like started to like, just get there. But as of now, we have like primetime Marlene.
Exactly.
Like the best.
I said what I said.
The best Marlene is the Dominican Marlene.
Well, I want to just sum myself up as Brooklyn, born and raised.
Okay, what is the cap? Because if you haven't lived there in 10 years, like, you can't say you're from, like...
I am born and raised in Brooklyn. Like, I get so happy when I go home back to Brooklyn. But the fucking rent is out of control. If the rent was not out of control, I would have moved back.
So once the J train hits, Cypress Hill, you just like...
Yeah, because I'm like...
You're like, JK!
But... I am just a Dominican girl, a Dominican American, because yo soy media popi. Guababa no soy. That is just trying to live her best life in New York City. To be honest, I have a lot of content on shit that you can do in New York City. Because I'm always out and about.
Okay, so when I tell you, there is a misconception about the both of us.
Yeah.
The misconception is that I am always out. That I'm always out in the streets.
No, the bitch. That was me.
And the misconception is that 70% of the time, I am home in my bed watching the most random fucking YouTube videos you can ever imagine.
Yes, you do.
Meanwhile, the bitch that is always home is always out. She's always at a picnic, at an exhibit, a museum,
a pier,
a brunch, a pier. That is the misconception. I am like 70% of a homebody. Like, you would text me like I'm home. I like rush home like I have a curfew.
I think I'm gonna do like POVs, like point of views.
Yeah.
Reels of like shit that you can do in New York City. I feel like people are like, oh, like New York City is expensive. It is.
Yeah.
100%. But there's shit that you could do for free, and there's shit that you could do for cheap.
Yeah.
So that's what I like to do for fun. Like,
all right. So teacups challenge Marlene. This summer we want to see some stuff.
You guys will see some stuff. I'm gonna organize.
We want to see
my
some
content.
stuff, and let's challenge me to leave my house.
You need to leave your house and put yourself out there.
I leave my house to come here.
You do.
And then I just go right back home.
And you dress up really cute to come to my house.
Yeah, and I just really go. We might go shoot some content, have wine, and then I'll go right back home.
Exactly. So, thank you guys.
Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for being with us for a whole year. Thank you for attending Marlene's funeral. her funeral to give her flowers. She's still alive.
Exactly. I'm still alive, guys. And please follow, comment, like, share our content with those that you want to make laugh, or that you feel that our content is relatable to them in some way.
And then we're not fully gone. If we have really crazy stories,
we're gonna put it on.
We might have an emergency podcast episode.
Yeah, that's true.
And Marlene had a party for the holidays. And we were not recording, and we had to do emergency recording because there was a guy that said he did not eat ass. And Marlene's having another party this Sunday, and who knows what emergency topics we might have.
The tequila is definitely flowing.
Speaking of tequila, let's have a goodbye shot.
Ay, Dios mío, padres.
And then we're done.
Keep watching us on Instagram and our stories. We need to get our shit together with TikTok.
I know.
But TikTok, the algorithm of it's a little off. I've been watching it.
All right. This is our goodbye shot.
To a great, successful
Season
3.
Wrapping up season 3, and then a very successful revamp for season 4.
Yeah, we have a lot of new shit.
Coming September. We're gonna really live a hot girl summer, so we can come back with the fucking tea.
Soft girl summer. No quiero sufrir.
Yo como que quiero sufrir un poquito. I am too healed.
No.
I'm gonna find me some toxic men.
A Dominican man sounds like it.
Brenda, I am gonna be dating for you.
Ay, Dios mío.
Bueno, córteme el video porque yo estoy borracho.
Have a good one, guys. Bye.
Thank you for listening to Spilling the Tea with Estee and Marlene.
Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe on your favorite platform. Bye, guys.